Well, the Aaron Rodgers dream was fun while it lasted. What is going on? I am Matt O'Leary, back with another video to recap the New York Jets' embarrassing freaking loss to the Miami Dolphins down in Miami, 30-0. 30-0. I was wrong, by the way. I said there's no way I'm going to be able to get back on and rant and rave about this team in a post game. I'm just going to go numb. Like a fool. Like an absolute fool. I said, you know what? I'm going to put my emotions back into it, because if the Jets were to upset the Miami Dolphins, which they were, 8.5 point, 9 point underdogs in this game, it would have been an upset. But no Tyreek Hill. Banged up offensive line. Zach Wilson and the offense put up 30 points last week against the Texans. Hey, maybe this team will be motivated to keep their season alive, and maybe, just maybe, you'll get a chance for Aaron Rodgers to come back. No. Before we get into the video, just wanted to give a shout out to the guys over at Waterboy, because you might need it today after you indulged in some adult beverages during the game. I know I had to indulge in some adult beverages, but with the holidays approaching, our sponsors at Waterboy are here to help you prepare for those nasty holiday hangovers. There's nothing worse than feeling like the Grinch while everyone else is in the family is rocking around the Christmas tree. Waterboy is a hydration powder scientifically formulated to cut your hangover time in half. There are other hydration packs on the market, but nothing comes anywhere close to fighting those Sunday or Jet scaries like Waterboy. With 0 sugar and over 3 times the electrolytes of Liquid IV, your hangover will stand no chance. Unlike the other companies, Waterboy has added specific ingredients beyond just hydration to help with nausea, anxiety, and fatigue. We all know that hydration alone isn't enough to help after a holiday or Jets bender. And it's not just for you. Waterboy's hangover recovery formula makes a thoughtful stocking stuffer or a fantastic gift for your loved ones. Show them you care about their well-being this holiday season. For this holiday season, our listeners will get 15% off if you use my code, the exclusive link that you see on the screen, down low in the description, and as the pinned comment. Make sure to check it out over at Waterboy. All right, let's get into this god-awful game. In this one, the Miami Dolphins would start with the ball, and they would go screen heavy and get Jalen Waddle involved heavy. A couple of screens to get him going. Then there was a holding on Austin Jackson, and Waddle was hurt, but that was something, hey, maybe keep an eye on. He would end up coming right back in. Jets defense eventually gets themselves off the field to check down, then punt. Jets with the ball. All right, what do? How do they follow up their performance? Breece Hall for 5. Breece Hall run for no gain. Gibson picks up the first down. Nice throw from Zach Wilson there. And then Zach Wilson, for the 7th time this season, loses a fumble. And the Miami Dolphins start with the ball on the 1-yard line, set up in absolutely phenomenal field position. The offensive line stunk today. Mekhi Becton, Billy Turner, Laken Tomlinson, they all struggled from left to right. They were all really, really bad. And it was shown on the Jets' first possession when Zach Wilson was pressured and fumbles. I understand that he was hit a ton in this game. There were 5 sacks in the first half, but also at the same time, hold on to the ball. 7 lost fumbles on the season. Insane rate. Anyway, ball on the 1, 2 runs for no gain, and then Raheem Mostert punches it in to make it a 7-0 game. Play action pass blown up from Zach Wilson. Then you got a run for 5 on 2nd and 10. Hits Conklin for a first down. That's nice. Dalvin Cook screen for 6. Incomplete for going for Gibson. Jets would fake a punt. I'm not sure what Ashton Davis was reading on that play. Just not a smart decision from Ashton Davis. Not a smart decision at all. They don't convert. It was like 4th and 6. Really just not the spot to do it. You give them good field position. Dolphins pick up a first down. After a couple penalties, they settle for 3. You blink and it's a 10-0 game. Jets get the ball back. They go 3 and out. Defense comes alive. Quinnen Williams comes up with a sack. He does his little waddle dance, which didn't hit the same because they were down 10-0. But if you remember from the last time these two teams played, the Miami Dolphins mocked Quinnen Williams' sack dance. So then you have Quinnen Williams want to mock Jalen Waddle back, but again, doesn't really hit the same. But Jets offense, 3 and out. I mean, Mekhi Becton and Laken Tomlinson were beat for a sack again. That was the story. Mekhi Becton, good Lord. I'm happy, look, that he's been mostly healthy this year. Has played in all but 1 game. he's been a turnstile on the left side. It's been really, really bad. The Jets are going to be in the market for 2 new starting tackles next year. Great. Unless Elijah Vera Tucker is playing at right tackle, the Jets are going to need multiple new starters on the offensive line because it has been abysmal this year. Anyway, Jalen Waddle beats DJ Reed over the top for a long touchdown, 17-0. And at that point, it was over. Right, pretty much after it was 10-0. Jets offense doesn't do anything. They punt it back. Big play on the first play, 17-0. And they're like, oh, well, just a complete no-show in the first half. But they weren't done, by the way. Eli Apple gets hit with an illegal contact to extend the drive. And you thought, hey, like, okay, maybe the Jets catch a break. And then just an egregious mistake from the referees on this possession. Not that it mattered because the final score would be 30-0, spoiler alert. But they called another illegal contact. And then after the play, or after they announced it to the crowd, said, you know what? We're going to actually pick up the flag because Zach Wilson was out of the tackle box. When the illegal contact happened, it was very clear that he wasn't out of the tackle box, so that would have been a second free gift of a first down. Instead, the New York Jets then just punted away. Tony Adams' late hit, just not good. The whistle was blown. Was it a little bit soft? Yes. Is that call getting called every single time in 2023, almost 2024? Unfortunately, yes. Quincy Williams drops an interception. The Jets drop more easy interceptions than maybe any other team in the league. Jalen Waddle picks up a first down. Mostert on a pitch. He takes it in 24-0. And Trevor Siemian, who is backing up Zach Wilson today, would come in for Zach Wilson before the end of the half. Nothing really happens at first. This is the weird part. Okay, so they go down to the half 24-0, right? The game's over. But the reporting on Zach Wilson's injury and his timeline is just so bizarre. So at first it was he was dehydrated and he was going off the field. Then it was ruled that he was out with a head injury, but it wasn't a concussion. Then it was, okay, actually it was a concussion. And then it was he's being taken for x-rays. So multiple different reports on what actually happened to Zach Wilson. He did not return in this game. The Jets punt. They don't do anything after that. Dolphins first possession in the second half, they just go right down the field. They're eating up clock, milking the clock. Fourth down conversion extends the drive. They settle for 3, make it 27-0. Garrett Wilson, at least he was showing off on the next possession. Made a couple of nice plays with the ball in his hands. Why he wasn't getting the ball more, I'm not quite sure. Trevor Siemian picked off trying to go deep down the field towards Randall Cobb. Miscommunication there, but why Randall Cobb is a target on a deep play down the field, I'm not quite sure. I don't have a good answer for you. Dolphins run it right down the field. They would settle for 3 again, though, 30-0. Next possession for the New York Jets. You're in the fourth quarter now at this point. Nice play to Garrett Wilson over the middle of the field. That was good. Trevor Siemian strip sacked. Guess who was beat? Mekhi Becton. And it looked like Bradley Chubb looked like prime Lawrence Taylor today against this Jets, the offensive line. What a joke. Mike White comes in because, of course, he does. That's just had to happen before the end of this game. Not that he moved the ball or not that much happened, but there you go. Mike White comes in. Jets final possession, Allen Lazard dropped because it wouldn't be a Jets game without Allen Lazard not being able to make a contested catch. Jeremy Ruckert, I will give some credit to Jeremy Ruckert right here because he takes a check down on third down, fights for extra yards and ends up picking up a first down. So at least thank you for putting an effort out there and not just saying, hey, I'm going to put bad tape out there because we're down 30-0 and I'm going to give up. He fought for the extra yards, picked up a first down. I'm going to give Jeremy Ruckert some credit. And then Trevor Siemian was picked off on a fourth down play. Dolphins kneel it out. 30-0 is your final score. 32-0 in a divisional game. You absolutely embarrassed in a divisional game. And I get it, Zach Wilson leaves, but the offensive line was a joke. Nathaniel Hackett got embarrassed. I thought that Robert Saleh got embarrassed. What an absolute joke of a performance from this team. They dropped to 5-9 on the season. With their 9th loss, they have clinched 8th straight losing season. The Jets have not had a winning season since 2015. 8 straight times the Jets have had a losing season. And of their last 13 seasons, they've had just one winning season. They have the longest active playoff drought in all of sports. They have not made the playoffs since the 2010 season, and in 2023, they will not be making the playoffs yet again. The New York Jets are more than likely going to bring back Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh. I'm not necessarily saying that's the right decision, but that's most likely what they're going to do. And if they don't make the playoffs in 2024, they can both pack their bags and get the F out of here. It is long overdue. It is embarrassing. It is a joke. Jet fans deserve better. This team and this core deserves better, and enough is enough. So I don't know who's starting next week against the Washington Commanders. I do know that it will not be Aaron Rodgers. That much is a guarantee. Zach Wilson with a concussion? Probably not. We've probably seen the last of Zach Wilson. Sorry, Zach Wilson truthers. Time's over. That's about run its course. So I'm going to imagine Trevor Siemian, Brett Rippon down the stretch here to just put a cherry on top of an absolutely shitty season. That'll do it for me. I'm Matt O'Leary. Subscribe if you're new. Leave a like before you go, and I'll catch you next time.